Hey, it's Chef Tom over at the Cardinal Cafe. Welcome to another Fine Arts Friday. Today, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some baked macaroni and cheese. I'm sure a lot of you have had this kind of macaroni and cheese, but guess what? We're not doing that. Today, we're going to make an excellent macaroni and cheese right out of the oven, and we're going to start off with one of our mother sauces. Our mother sauces, if you can remember, we list them by Better Hope Tomorrow's Very Exciting. So that's Bechamel Hollandaise, Velouté, Velouté tomato sauce, and Espanola. Okay? Even I can't remember them every single time right off the bat. But today this bechamel is going to be really cool because when we make this, it's made with just 3 simple ingredients. It's made with flour, it's made with butter, and it's made with milk. Those are the prime ingredients in a bechamel. And then we're going to go ahead and cook our pasta, and we're going to toss it all together in that nice cheese sauce and bake it in the oven. So why don't we go on over to the stove? All right, we have moved all of our ingredients over here to the stove because this is where we're going to make this delicious bechamel. And when we're cooking pasta, there's a couple things you have to remember. Number one is you have to start with your water boiling, okay? Warm water, pretty hot water, water that's not boiling doesn't work. Number two is you want your water salty like the ocean, okay? So don't be afraid to put that salt in your water for your pasta. Now we've got our pasta boiling excellent, and we're gonna go ahead and grab our box of pasta, and we're gonna put that right in here. Again, we always need to make sure that this water is boiling, okay? Our pasta goes in. Another very important thing about pasta is you have to keep it moving in the water, okay? You can't let that pasta just move down to the bottom and sit. So now our pasta is rolling. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get this bechamel moving. We've got melted butter in our pot, and we're going to add our flour to our melted butter. And that's going to make our roux, okay? Our roux is a thickening agent, and it is simply butter and flour, equal parts, okay? We don't want to brown this roux. We only want it cooked. Then we're going to take our milk and pour it right in here, okay? In order for your product to thicken, you have to bring it up to boiling. So as this works, we're just going to continue stirring it, and we're going to continue stirring our pasta because we don't want our pasta sitting still. Just want to keep on moving it. Now, a lot of people hear macaroni and cheese, they expect elbow macaroni. Well, guess what? You can use any kind of pasta in the world. Today we're using a fusilli number 34. Some people call it spiral, but it makes such a great pasta for macaroni and cheese because the cheese sauce really holds on to the ridges. Let's stop there and give our bechamel a stir. Now, with our bechamel getting ready to thicken, we're going to have to go ahead and start adding cheese here in a second. Again, we go back to giving our pasta a stir. And Ariana, if you want to come in and add some cheese to this as I'm stirring it, that would be great. Now, you'll notice that Ariana doesn't have gloves on. And the reason that is because this is a cooked product, okay? So if this were ready to eat, it would be an issue. But this product is going to be cooked past 165. You can go ahead and add it a little faster. So it's going to be perfect. Yeah, just keep throwing them down. As our pasta goes in, our milk is warm enough, as our cheese goes in, this milk is warm enough that it's starting to melt it immediately. Perfect. Good. Yeah, that's it. So, now if you look in this pot, you'll see that our cheese is melting along with our milk, and our roux. It's all starting to thicken together. In about 2 minutes, that's going to be perfect cheese sauce. And of course, our pasta is still boiling heavy. And that pasta is going to take anywhere from 8 to 10 minutes. And our cheese sauce is rolling right along. So one thing is, you always want to flavor your cheese sauce. Myself, I like a little Worcestershire sauce, a little salt and pepper. And then we just continue. Now, this cheese sauce is coming along beautiful. The cheese is melting really nice. So, as this is finishing up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to head back to the board side with our finished product on the cheese sauce and our pasta. We'll be right back with that. All right, now that we have got our pasta and our cheese sauce made, we're going to take one quick minute and we're going to go ahead and drain our pasta. This is a little bit dangerous in that you're working with boiling water. You always need to be very, very careful. Okay? Some people will actually rinse their pasta after they drain it. I don't care for that because I think when you rinse away that starch, you're taking away some of the thickening agent for your product. I mean, you'll see this is very, very hot. Okay? You always need to be exceptionally careful. We're just going to hold this for a second and let it drain. We're going to set it right there in our pot to drain for a second. We're going to come over and we're going to get our spray. We're going to spray our baking pan. This is just going to save you a little bit of time on cleanup. Take our beautiful hot pasta right into our pan. And then we're going to turn around and we're going to get some cheese sauce and mix this up. You'll see that this cheese sauce is absolutely beautiful. Nice, rich, thick consistency. We're going to set this cheese sauce right over here. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to start mixing this. And you can see you have a really nice ratio of cheese to pasta. And here's the thing, I'm never afraid to add extra cheese. I've never had anybody say that tastes too good. So you can see that it's nice and thick, but I like more cheese. So let's dump it in. Yeah. That looks good. We're going to give it another little mix. Now, a lot of people like to top their macaroni with different things. Some people use toasted breadcrumbs. Some people use croutons. One thing that I'm fairly certain that you're going to have in your house is some potato chips. And you can just crush them up and put them right on top. And then you're going to take this macaroni and cheese and you're going to put it right in the oven. Your oven is cooking on 350 degrees and it's going to take about 20 minutes. So what's the best thing to do in that time? Me personally, clean up a little. So let's just take 1 minute and grab some dirty dishes and stuff and move them over to our sink. And you'll notice I have buckets, a green bucket and a red bucket. Let me put these over here so you can see them. Okay? The green bucket is for washing. All right, you've got hot soapy water in your green bucket. So we're going to take 1 minute. We're going to move everything off our demo table. And we're just going to give it a quick wash. And after you wash that demo table, that's when you're going to go to your red bucket. And this is a sanitation bucket, okay? Your sanitizer needs to be 200 to 400 parts per million in your bucket of water to sanitize properly. We always talk sanitation in this class, and today is no different. You have to sanitize your table in between every job. There, look at that. Then we'll put our waters back where they belong. And in just 1 minute, we'll go ahead and we'll pull that pasta out of the oven, okay? Hold on 1 minute. All right, you notice this beautiful clean workstation. That's what we need every time we take a break in the kitchen, is to make sure that we clean. One thing that I wanted to talk to you about today is the 5 mother sauces, because in the next sessions, we'll be doing something with mother sauces each time. So today, we're exploring the bechamel. Really easy to make a cheese sauce out of it. The other 5 mother sauces, better hope tomorrow's very exciting. So we've got Bechamel Hollandaise is an egg yolk-based butter sauce. Tomato, of course, is just made with tomatoes and chicken stock. But it's the tomato sauce that makes you be able to have the marinara sauce, the bolognese, okay? Velouté, some people pronounce it veloux. So an interesting thing about velouté is you take chicken frames, which are bones, and you don't roast them, you boil them just like they are, because you don't want that to be a brown sauce, you want it to be a very light chicken sauce, very delicious. And then our last one is our Espanola sauce. Now, the Espanola, you take nice big beef bones and you rub them with tomato sauce and you put them in the oven and you roast them. And once that's done, you take them out of the oven and you add them to a pot that already has mirepoix or carrots, celery, and onion in it. Then you go ahead and you add your water to that and you cook it sometimes as little as 6 hours. But if you're making a demi-glace, you'll cook that up to 36 hours. You know, all of these sauces, these mother sauces, is where just about every other sauce comes from. Really, absolutely delicious. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and get some macaroni and cheese out of the oven, huh? Ooh, that is hot. We're just going to grab our spoon and our plate and we're going to dish some up and see how it looks. As you can see, our potato chips are nice and crunchy and crispy. And we're going to go, just going to scoop this around a little. Then we're going right onto our plate. Look at this. Doesn't that look delicious? I hope this was an easy way for you to learn to make macaroni and cheese at home. You can always email us. My email is tbelisle@kcpublicschools.org. And if you've got any questions or something you want to see, come let us know. You have a great day.